most mysterious shareholder behind the scenes. After making all these arrangements, I completely relaxed. I set a brand new life goal for myself. Lie flat. Yes, just lie flat. In my past life, I worked myself to death. In this life, I want to live like uncle and auntie. I had lawyer Joe find me the best private school. Not to study hard, just for the good environment. And the cafeteria food is delicious. I started working out, not for anything else, just so I can have 8-pack abs and a V-line later. Clothes will look good on me. I began studying China's 8 major cuisines. I learned to brew my own alcohol. Later, I handed it off to lawyer Zhou. He helped me assemble a professional team. The leader was a man named Old Wu, a Wall Street elite. I poached with triple his salary. I had only one requirement for him. Don't bother me. Handle your own affairs. If you can't handle it, let it go bankrupt. The look Old Wu gave me back then, like he was looking at a prodigal son of a wealthy family, a foolish landlord. But he still faithfully carried out my orders. And so my life became, boss. Cheer Company's stock price has tripled again. We made 5 billion. Got it. Don't disturb me while I'm researching Buddha jumps over the wall. Boss. Ali Company is about to go public. The value of our original shares is expected to exceed 100 billion. Got it. Help me taste this new batch of rice wine I brewed. Boss. That piece of land you casually bought last time. The government plans to turn it into the new district's central business district. Its value has skyrocketed 100-fold. Old Wu gradually got used to my laid-back state. He even started proactively filtering out those unimportant business deals worth a few billion. And I ventured further and further down the path of coasting. The wealth under my name grew like a snowball, wildly multiplying. But numbers had become numb to me. I only cared about how to make myself more comfortable. I became a mysterious legend among the top billionaire circles. No one knew who I was. They only knew there was a mysterious Mr. Ning, whose wealth rivaled a nation, yet was rarely seen, like a dragon that shows its head but not its tail. Until I turned 18, when a woman appeared, shattering my peaceful coasting life. Xiao Wanqin, my former fiancé. The engagement between Xiao Wanqin and me was a child betrothal arranged by my grandfather. After my father passed away, our family fell into decline, and no one brought up this marriage anymore. But no one expected that the inheritance my father left behind would, 10 years later, ferment into a massive business empire. Though I deliberately kept a low profile, the resurgence of the Ning family still caught the Xiao family's attention. So on my 18th birthday, Old Master Xiao brought his precious granddaughter. The wife came to the door, under the pretense of fulfilling the marriage contract from years ago. The first time I saw Xiao Wanqin was in the living room at Lawyer Zhou's house. She was wearing a tasteful white skirt suit. Her long hair was pinned up meticulously at the back of her head. Her face was made up with delicate, light makeup. Beautiful, yes, but like an iceberg, exuding a chill that warned others to keep their distance. She was the epitome of a strong career woman, raised to be the heir of her family. Rational, powerful, and calm. They said that at 20, she had already earned a double doctorate. At 22, she took over the family business. Ruthless in her methods, she made even the wiliest old foxes in business wary of her. Her world consisted only of career, interests, and data. She regarded emotions as the most useless weakness. Please have a seat. She sat down across from me, crossing her legs. Her gaze, like a scanner, swept over me from head to toe, with undisguised scrutiny and contempt. At that moment, I had just come back from the gym. I was wearing a loose tracksuit, my hair still damp with sweat. I responded lazily, leaning back on the sofa, casually picking up an apple, and taking a bite. My attitude clearly displeased her. She furrowed her brows slightly. I heard you stopped studying after graduating from high school. Studying is too tiring. So what are you doing now? Working out, cooking, brewing wine, researching the best way to lie down comfortably. I answered honestly. A corner of young Wanqin's mouth curved into a mocking smile. So you're just a good-for-nothing playboy. You can see it that way. I shrugged nonchalantly. She let out a cold laugh. The disdain in his eyes deepened. Ningyi, let's be straightforward with each other. This marriage arrangement was a joke from Grandpa. It shouldn't be taken seriously. The man who marries me, Xiao Wanqin, must be someone who can stand shoulder to shoulder with me as a strong person, not a good-for-nothing who only knows how to eat, drink, and have fun. So then, I looked at her with interest. So I hope you will take the initiative to go and talk to my grandpa and call off this engagement, he said in a commanding tone. As compensation, I can give you a sum of money, or in our company, arrange a cushy job for you. I almost spat out the apple in my mouth. Give me money and arrange a job for me? Does she know that the Shao group she's so proud of, in my eyes, isn't even a fraction of my assets? I watched her lofty and condescending demeanor, and suddenly found it amusing. In my past life, I didn't even have the right to meet her face to face. In this life, she sits right in front of me, speaking in a charitable tone, offering me compensation. I wiped my mouth, and said with a smile, "Fine." Xiao Wanqing was stunned for a moment, as if she hadn't expected me to agree so readily. "What compensation do you want?" she resumed, that icy expression. "I don't want money, nor a position." I stood up and walked over to her, leaned down and whispered in her ear. She instinctively tried to pull back, but her body froze. I could smell her scent, that strong smell of perfume. I lowered my voice, speaking in a volume only the two of us could hear. "I want you to go tell your grandfather yourself that you're not good enough for my Ningning." Xiao Wanqing's pupils suddenly contracted. She probably, in her entire life, had never heard such arrogant words. She shoved me away and stood up abruptly. Her pretty face flushed red with anger. "Ningning, don't be ungrateful. Ungrateful. Face is earned by yourself, not given by others." I sat back down on the sofa and crossed my legs. "Miss Xiao, you were the one who looked down on me first. Isn't that right?" She looked down at me from above. "People like you, besides being good at being born into a rich family, what else can you do? Idle all day long, eating and waiting to die. What's the difference between you and a parasite? The difference is, I'm happy doing it." I spread my hands. "I call the shots in my life, unlike some people, who live like a precision machine, even calculating gains and losses for joy and anger." My words clearly hit her sore spot. Her face turned a few shades paler. She clenched her fists. "Different paths, no common goals. I'll go annul the engagement myself. From now on, we owe each other nothing." After saying that, she turned and walked away without looking back. That proud figure was like a defeated, yet unbowed white swan. Lawyer Zhou walked out of the study with a worried look. "Xiaoyi, aren't you being too impulsive like this? The Xiao family has considerable influence in the capital." "Uncle Zhou, don't worry. It was her who wanted to call off the engagement. It's not like I drove her away. Besides, a person who can't even decide their own marriage can't amount to much." I watched the direction Xiao Wanqing had disappeared. There wasn't a ripple in my eyes. In my past life, she was the moon hanging high in the sky. I didn't even have the right to look up to her. In this life, in my eyes, she's just a pitiful person trapped by her family. I'm looking forward to what kind of devastated expression she'll have. That will definitely be interesting. The engagement storm soon subsided. Xiao Wanqing kept her word. Within a few days, the Xiao family formally announced the dissolution of the engagement. I was happy for the peace and quiet. I continued my laid-back life. Old Wu's phone still rang on time every day, reporting how many more small goals I had made. My personal wealth had swollen to a number I couldn't be bothered to calculate. But I still wore a tracksuit costing a few dozen bucks every day, and drove an ordinary commuter car, shuttling between the gym and the vegetable market. Until one day, I met an angel inside a dessert shop that was about to go out.
Follow, like, comment, and share for part 3.